Buffalo is going to win it home.
The Bills make me wanna shout. Kick your heels up and shout.
We've seen why the Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout.
Buffalo Bills go undefeated. And we're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Now, baby, come on, come on.
No one
Come on
circles the
and
wagon
shout.
like the Buffalo Bills.
All right, we are live, and we are back. Welcome to another episode of the Overdue Bills podcast,
Sir.
And definitely got some things to talk about.
I get your thoughts right. What you gotta do? You gotta get your thoughts right.
No, I definitely have some things to say.
All right.
You know, it seems like
We could imagine.
you know, for sure. Listen. I'm a realist. I come on this podcast every week, and I try to get to people, you know, real and honest answers of how I feel. And today's just gonna be that day. But listen, shout out to everybody here, man. Shout out to our guy Matt, aka Matty Ice. Matt, what's up with you, man? You muted, Matt. I know you don't want to talk.
My bad. You know, happy to be here. You know, it is what it is. I'm, you know, happy to be here, be able to talk. I'm a little disappointed to see Rad in his funeral attire. You know, if you are a follower of the Overdue Bills, you know that every loss Rad wears black after. So it's Black Tuesday, I guess. But it's all good. I'm happy to be here. How you guys
This
doing?
joint's still clean though. It's still clean. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Shout out to Rad. Rad, how you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Interesting enough, I like the snow better than the rain. The cold rain is just I don't know.
You saying like today, as in like our
today, yeah, the weather. So besides the weather, the rain, it was weird. I ain't like it. The snow was better, but I still don't like either one. I like sun, but that's how I'm doing. I'm doing great.
Shout out to you guys. Definitely the weather is you know, it is what it is. But
Cold rain is weird though. Yeah.
With that being said, let's do this. OverdueBillsPod.com. OverdueBillsPod.com. You could go to our website to find all your Overdue Bills content. You could definitely find merch, as you can see. We all got merch on today, got hoodies, got hats. Just hit us up. You know, all of our platforms. You know, we can get that to you immediately.
Yep.
Actually, we in multiple places now. So I mean, we everywhere, you know, worldwide. So shout out to Jeff Bezos, you know. But with that being said, shout out to Buffalo fan base. We appreciate the collaboration. Shout out to Buffalo fan base, presented by 26 Shirts. We appreciate them. And for this particular episode and every other episode, we have a presenting sponsor. And Matt, if you could be so kind to let the people know who that is.
Yes, sir. This episode and every other episode this season of the Overdue Bills podcast is brought to you by Art of Glass Smoke Shop.
Ooh.
Just like the Bills on the field, Art of Glass Smoke Shop lights the competition up. Western New York's one-stop shop will provide you with any and all of your smoking needs to get you right. Art of Glass has a huge selection of CBD, kratom, scales, rolling papers, and so much more. Stop into any one of their Western New York locations today and get everything you need. They also offer a premium cigar lounge located at 3495 Delaware Avenue in Kenmore. Stop in and check them out today. Make sure you mention the Overdue Bills podcast when you go in there. You get 50% off of all your glass purchases. And if you go into the premium cigar lounge, you mention the Overdue Bills podcast, you get a complimentary day pass for the day that you visit the lounge. So definitely check those guys out if you are.
That's on us.
Yep, absolutely. So yeah, check those guys out. They're still running their holiday sale. A lot of big deals going on. They're running it, you know, into the holiday season. Definitely go check those guys out and get all your needs for that smoker in your family, or if you know you dabble in the smoking arts yourself, go check them out.
Shout out Art of Glass. We definitely appreciate them. Please go tap in. We ask you to like, share, rate, and review. Do all those amazing things to get the podcast out to more and more people. We appreciate you. We appreciate everybody who watches the playback. We know we have a lot of people who definitely do that, so definitely appreciate them. We are live every Tuesday at 7 o'clock. Here better than ever. And with that being said, let's get into the show. Quick question of the day. I guess let me ask this question to get a bird's eye view on what's going on. For as it relates to all the pundits and all the sites, all the TV shows, so on and so forth, the Buffalo Bills have dropped in the power rankings. We have dropped in the power rankings. So I just want to get a bird's eye view. I want to ask Matt and Rad, do you have a top 5 power rankings? Just NFL. That's the quick question of the day. A top 5 power rankings NFL. I know that there have been, what I've seen is we've dropped to either 4 or 5, maybe even 3. I'm seeing, in no particular order, Detroit, KC above us. I'm seeing Philly above us. I'm seeing in some circles Minnesota above us. And even as far as the Pittsburgh Steelers above us. So I'm going to go to Matt first. Matt, as it relates to the power rankings and us losing this game, obviously has something to do with it. But if you can answer that question even for yourself, where do you hold the Buffalo Bills after what you've seen?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think this really changed my my rankings of the Buffalo Bills in the scale of the NFL, right? I think top 3 right now in the NFL, no particular order, is us, the Chiefs, and the Lions. And then in the 4 and 5 spots, I have the Eagles, and then in that 5 spot, I still got the Ravens in there, man. I don't,
Matt, you holding on.
Yeah, I'm
like for dear life, bro.
I am. I'm holding on. It's they're going to be a tough out in the playoffs, man. I think they have a very talented roster, obviously a very aggressive defense. The Pittsburgh Steelers, that story is going to end. You think
so?
I think so, man. I don't.
Wow.
They just don't impress me as much. They just don't impress me. They got some tough games coming up. I want to see them against the Chiefs. I think they got to play the Bengals or whoever they got left. They got some tough games.
That's some in division games here.
Yeah, they're not really impressing me right now to put them in that top 5.
Wow. Rad, what's your top 5 power? Or how do you feel about that?
I got the Bills at 1. I think
Oh God.
Yeah, I got the Bills at 1. I think we got the best quarterback. I think we playing the best quarterback. I think we got the quarterback that's playing the best currently right now. I got Detroit at 2. I got KC at 3. I got Philly at 4. And my 5th team. I give love to Minnesota. I give love to Minnesota. I like Kevin O'Connell, what he's doing over there. So I give love to Minnesota. But that's my top 5. I got the Bills at 1. We're gonna talk about it later. But I think we didn't win the shootout, but being in the shootout, seeing the level of Josh, how Josh playing in that environment, it shows me something about the team. But I think we're still the best team. I think we're the best team, honestly. I mean, we got the best quarterback right now, so that's how I grade it.
Well, I don't necessarily agree with you saying we have the best quarterback per se.
He's playing the best. He's the MVP frontrunner.
I just think that's an insane statement to say that, right? And obviously we play Detroit coming up. We're going to talk about that, so that's obviously going to show us even more than what we've seen. But for me, listen, even though we did beat Kansas City, we beat Kansas City before in the regular season. Like, we just lose to them all the time in the playoffs, right? That's a fact. I didn't make that up. We've never beaten them. We came close.
But you can say that about 95% of the teams, 98.
And I'm glad you said that. And since that is the case, right, then that's who the best team is, right? I think sometimes we get too far beyond our bridges. I think sometimes what they say, especially there's been a lot of espionage shows, and there's been influx of a lot of police, interrogation shows, so on and so forth. And one of the things that they say when you are investigating certain things are, most of the time, the simplest answer is the right answer. That is the answer. Like, we try to figure out and we try to put this and that, but at the end of the day, the simplest answer is the best answer. And the simplest answer in this is, like, we still got some work to do, right? We still got some work to do. That is evident. It is evident from what the game we just seen. And to be honest, I really don't want to take a lot of time. I wanted to hear y'all guys' thoughts. And since I know that y'all still are delusional on certain things, I think we need to talk about what actually happened and what we saw. And with that being said, how I want to enter into this conversation, right? I want to enter this conversation because I want to talk about the shootout that we've seen. Because obviously, when you look at it, and I was surprised. I'm gonna be honest. I was surprised. Most of the pundits, right, did not necessarily bash the Bills. They gave excuses, which we'll probably hear on this podcast, about travel, about this game didn't necessarily mean anything, so on and so forth. And a lot of what was talked about was highlighting a specific person's play. But before we get into that, let's talk about blame pie, right? Let's talk about blame pie as it relates to why we lost this particular game. We lost the shootout 44-42. I forget what I said, but I was right. I said the Bills was going to put up a 40 ball. I just didn't know that the other team was going to put up a 40 ball too. So Matt, can you give out some blame pie, right, for this game? Who's responsible for us losing this game?
I mean, at the end of the day, there's not. I guess I can't give it to one person in particular, but I do have to definitely throw a little bit of end of the game blame pie on Sean McDermott. Just some decisions late in the game. And just as far as the defensive readiness that I was thinking, to think that our defense gave up a 40 ball. Obviously, LA had probably one of the best offensive performances as far as efficiency this season. I have to throw this one to McDermott.
Interesting. So we're blaming 100% on Sean McDermott.
100% no, but I'm tipping the scales towards his way.
Okay. We're talking about blame pie for those of you who are coming on. Matt is giving about 97% of blame pie on Sean McDermott. He doesn't want to say it, but I'm gonna push him to that point.
Just the end of the game sequence. I mean,
so you don't think he did anything, like everything else he did was in tip top shape?
What do you mean?
Sean McDermott.
That's what I'm saying. At the end of the game, I think where some of the decisions mattered the most, I think he fumbled the ball on that. So
specifically, what though?
Specifically, the holding call at the end of the game, accepting that penalty instead of making them kick a field goal, right? You bring them back to a 3rd and 17, and then you play soft coverage, right?
It was playing soft coverage the whole game though.
That's what I'm saying. You bring them back to a 3rd and 17. Your offense is unstoppable right now. I kick the field goal. I let him kick the field goal. Give him a chance. Who knows if he's even going to make that field goal? I let him kick the field goal, then give the ball back to Josh Allen, who's clearly on a heater and cannot be stopped. And we go down 6 points there, and we go down and score and win the game, I think. Or then again, at the end of the game, the calling of the tush push from the 2.5-yard line, with 3 timeouts left, you need all 3 to try to extend that game at all. You need all 3 of them, no matter what. So you got to take some type of onus there, and I get it. Joe Brady runs the offense, blah blah blah. You got to take some onus, time, and situation, and hear the call that's about to go on, and be like, wait. No. We have to throw the ball here. Worst case scenario, we stop the clock. And we keep those timeouts because we're going to need those, because we're not going to, unless we're going to onside kick it. But I'd rather have those 3 timeouts. I know my defense will get a stop because they're going to try to run the ball. And we were stopping, but they were stopping the run at the end of the game, not all game. But I think he definitely fumbled a lot at the end of the game.
So 100% blame on Sean McDermott.
That's what I said. Not 100%, but pretty much all of it.
Okay, so okay, Rat.
It's definitely not 100%. It's definitely not 100%. Okay, it's 1,000%. That nigga was terrible. Oh, sorry. He was terrible. It's 1,000%. Sean McDermott. Yo, I'm so happy we didn't have this show on Monday or Sunday.
Yo,
if we had this show on Monday or Sunday night, bro, I'm more reserved. I'm not preach. Cool. Sean McDermott is the reason. No, it's for real. Sean McDermott is the reason we lost this game. 1,000%. Like, it's not even. I can't even put it on anybody else. Yes, the defense didn't play great, but they made key stops. The second half, they was making stops, giving the ball back. We rallied back, and then, like you said, bro, I'm screaming at the TV. Decline the penalty, Sean. Decline the penalty. Like, why would you give a team that is you could stop all game? You made some key stops. Why would you give them 2 downs to get? Why would you give him 2 downs to get 17 yards when you could get? It was like what, 4th and 8, 4th and 9. He was definitely gonna send out the field goal kicker.
4th and 7. It would have been 4th and 7. Yeah,
he was gonna send out. But the reason he's like 4th, he got 10 yards, 4th and 5, whatever it was. Like, you know what? Let's just go for it. Why not? We gotta win this game. If we gonna win the game, we gotta win the game now.
Yeah,
and
so
it was like it was insane, bro. Insane call.
3rd and 7. We get the holding call. It becomes 3rd and 17.
But we got a sack. He ran out of bounds. We got like a sack that play.
That's what I'm saying. But they pick up 12 the next play, right? They pick up. We got everything we wanted out of that, right? We got them to stop the ball. We stopped the clock. It would have been 4th and 7. Now, if they went forward on 4th and 7 and they get it, I'll live with that. But don't get like you said. Don't give them another chance to do that. That's ridiculous.
Why would you? You trying to kick him out? You trying to take him away from the field goal?
Well,
so the issue is that you try to take him out of field goal range, then play soft coverage. What that even makes sense? You're giving him 10 yards to get right back to the 4th and 7. Like you what?
Some people say that they were not going to get the field goal.
Oh
no, I'm just saying in the comments, it's in the comments that they're saying they were not going to get the field goal. And even if that, like that, I vehemently pushed back on it because y'all keep saying we played soft coverage the whole game. That was the zone. That's literally what we did the entire game. What, you thought that he was just going to switch up? Did y'all like it was just all of a sudden? Are you going to switch?
What you talking about though? What you mean?
We played soft coverage.
The
entire game.
So why give them that chance?
We played with soft coverage.
So tell me the point of giving them 17 yards back. Tell me what's the point?
No, I'm not saying no. Obviously, he doesn't know that they're going to get 17 yards back. Like how will he know that?
Because you play soft coverage, you already given up 10.
You've been playing soft coverage. So
just saying, you giving up 10.
But Rad, the point is that if he knew going into the game that they would murder us, do you think that he would still play the soft coverage the entire game?
But I'm saying that was
answer that question.
Well, they was getting murdered, so he had to do something. He
didn't do anything different. He did not. There were no halftime adjustments.
Yes, they did.
We did not play Puka Nacua any other differently. He was still murdering everybody.
Yes, so I'm not. It is what it is. Great players make great plays. Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp is probably the best duo, if not the best duo in the league. Maybe who we saw last night, Chase and Higgins. But Puka and Cooper are probably the best duo in the league, and they torched us. It is what it is. But we played good enough to win that game, and Sean McDermott cost us the game. He cost us the game. I think that was a bad call. I think you make a decision right there. Do I go for a 4th or 7 or do I kick the field goal? But when you gave them 2 more plays and they just got 12 yards on the play before, we like, you know what? We got it. The confidence in McVay is gone. The confidence is there. The confidence, you just had a negative play, a holding in. Stafford just ran out of bounds. It's a negative play. The confidence is not there. He like, you know what? Let's just kick the field goal potentially. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or we don't know, but still. But still, it is what it is.
Let's call it a spade.
And also, too, I think the 4th and 7 call is not the same as the 4th and 5 call.
It's not
for the Rams. Now, I could be wrong on that. I don't think they're calling a screen on 4th and 7 as opposed to a 4th and 5. I know it's just 2 yards.
It was just a negative play, bro.
I think that's definitely
regardless.
That changes the dynamic.
I'm not saying that was standing, but I think that the if we're talking about blame pie, for me. I think the defensive line was awful, terrible. They didn't get any pressure on Matthew Stafford. So I mean, it's like that's not. Is that like so? That's awful. They suck. Once again, I've been saying it all year. Fool's gold. I gave credit where credit was due, but when it's bad, it's bad. I talk about it. Like Ed Oliver sucks. Like awful, terrible. I didn't know that the Rams had the best offensive line in the game.
Yeah, but
I'm sorry.
Didn't give him a sack either.
I didn't. So what? So what? I'm talking about our defensive line. Group.
Yeah,
where has he been? Ebenezer. Like get a sack. Do something that means something in your life. You suck. You're a bad player. That's bad play right there. Like the Rams suck. Their offensive line is subpar according to Pro Football Focus. I'm just being honest about it. I'm not just making that up. That's a legitimate fact.
Yeah, but they're
not even middle of the road.
But our cornerbacks, your guy Benford, Douglas
Benford was good. He was not getting cooked. No, Douglas was getting cooked. Benford was not getting cooked.
They
That's
both
a
was getting
fact.
cooked.
Benford was not getting cooked. Puka Nacua caught that one pass on him where he laid out and he caught the most impossible catch in NFL.
Now it's impossible.
Tom,
all right,
Tom Brady said it. I didn't say it. Tom Brady said it. He's one of the greatest quarterbacks ever played the game. I mean, you do what you do. I'm just being honest. So our defensive line sucks.
The whole defense.
Stop. Wait a minute. I'll let y'all talk.
The whole defense.
Our defensive line sucks. All right. Matt Milano is a bad player now, right? He can't move. His feet is small. Arm hurts. So I don't even know why he's out there.
His feet is small.
It's facts. Terrell Bernard, I'm not sure what was going on with him. Secondary was subpar. Benford was still Benford, but everybody else sucked. Even Teron Johnson got killed on multiple plays. He should have got a touchdown pass called on him. Matt Stafford missed the guy. He sucks. So yes, the whole defense as a whole was awful, terrible, awful. Who do I blame that on? His name is Sean McDermott. He sucks. Right, I honestly think we need to look at him in a major way because it's not just this game. There is multiple games, multiple evidences of this dude being a bad coach. It's just a fact. I'm not making it up. It's not hearsay. 13 seconds. Like I can name a million instances where we get into these positions where he makes a blunder. And at some point, it's just like, what are we going to do? He got out-coached. Let's call a spade a spade. The only reason why we was close in this game is because we have an otherworldly player. Other than that, he got out-coached. Sean McVay ran laps around him. Laps. He understood that we was playing a zone. He devised a plan. He didn't even have to run the ball crazy. He didn't have to run the ball. He just passed the ball on us. Sean McDermott let us down. And he does that. You know what I'm saying? So that's something we need to talk about. We're going to talk about that later in a minute. But let's do this. All right. Let's do Rad Juice player of the game. All right. Let's do Rad Juice player of the game. Let's do Rad Juice player of the game. If y'all want to pick a player, this is the segment. We pick a player either off our team or off whatever. Pick a player during the game that you want to highlight in order to show what they did. All right. In order to show what they did. And Rad, can you let the people know who's sponsoring this segment?
Yes. 1 second. This segment and every Rad Juice segment is brought to you by Rad Juice. Real fruit, real flavor, real kids. Tired of the same old drinks? Rad Juice is here, crafted by young entrepreneurs with a passion for taste. It's a real fruit adventure experience. Nature's finest in every sip. No artificial additives, just pure refreshment. Explore 3 exciting flavors: peach, strawberry, and tropical. And now you can find Rad Juice at 2 convenient locations near you. 716 Premium, located at 425 Elmwood Avenue. And Sweet Cheeks Cake Bar, located at 1685 Hurdle Ave. Elevate your refreshment game with Rad Juice, created by kids, enjoyed by everyone. Grab yours today.
Matt, who is your Rad Juice player, man, if you can't get one?
Very low-hanging fruit, but you got to give it to Josh, man. I mean, he accounted for 6 touchdowns. He was the MVP out there, and he just ran out of an opportunity to go ahead and win the game for us at the end of the game there. So, got to give it to Josh.
Okay.
I mean, that's straightforward, man. That's
all right. No, I'm just saying, Rad.
I'm not gonna go there. Obviously, we can give it to. Josh. He was 6 touchdowns. It's almost hard to not give it to him. It was historic. The first player ever to get 3 passing touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns in a game. A lot of this is people talk about Heisman moment, but this is his MVP moment in a loss somehow, some way. But if I'm not gonna give it to him, I gotta give it to Shakir coming into this season. We was complaining about we don't got no wide receivers. Our wide receivers suck. Our wide receivers terrible. But I think Shakir is I was high on him coming into this year. I said he's gonna be the best receiver on our team. He has been. He's a dog. Nobody can tackle him on that first one. That touchdown pass. He made 2 people miss. He always do. He never go down on the first contact. His yards at the catch is probably one. If it got to be top 2, 3 in the league. He's a dog. So shout out to Khalil Shakir.
For me, And I have a few players I want to highlight. Shout out to my guy Nick. Matt Hollins, I definitely want to highlight him. For whatever reason, he is playing good ball. He's definitely doing more than I expected him. So I just want to throw that out there. But for me, I know Rad talked about the offensive line being good. The offensive line sucked. They can't run block anymore. I don't know what's going on. James Cook 6 for 20. Let's talk about it. If we're gonna talk about it, let's talk about it. We don't want to talk about the things that we talk about. I'm not. Why can't they run block anymore?
He ran the ball 6 times. What are you talking about?
Why did we do that?
We was losing. Why? We couldn't run the ball anymore. We had to run the ball.
I was gonna say we were losing.
Man, give me a break, bro. Give me a break, bro.
31-14. We're not running the ball no more.
You can run the ball.
No, you cannot.
Tony Romo said it. Tom Brady said it. You can run the ball when you're down.
Yeah, Josh had 82 yards rushing. What are you talking about?
But that's because Josh was just taking off.
So
Sam, you can't run the ball when you don't have the ball. They had the ball 40 minutes to our 20. We can't. We were like Ras, we were down 17 points. You're tripping right now.
Our offensive line sucked. 6 for 20 is garbage.
They still didn't allow another sack.
Can I say something?
What are you talking about? They playing a high end level.
Can I talk, Brad? Offensive line has not been playing well as far as the run is concerned. Y'all have been paying attention. I have been paying attention. So listen, let's move on.
We just seen San Fran last week. What are you talking about? They ran all through them.
He just busted a long run. But anyways, let's move on.
Oh my
I'm being honest. Okay, so the offensive line, I want to highlight them. Radju's player, they suck. Not only the offensive line suck, like I said before, our defensive line was terrible. I think Ed Oliver, we need to look at trading him, getting him off the team effective immediately. I think Groot, I don't think we need to pay him at all. He doesn't need any money. I don't care what nobody says. Let's just move it over. If it's a 5th year or whatever year, he sucks. Ebenezer, fool's gold. We thought he was something. He's nothing. I'm just being honest. And obviously, y'all don't want me to get on the person that I don't even know. Should I say his name?
Who?
Exactly. Like the fact that we're not even talking about Von Miller is the point. Like Von Miller sucks so bad that we don't even want to just mention his name anymore. Oh. Nobody said. First of all, we played the Rams and nobody even brought it up. Like, oh my God, Von, like nobody, it wasn't a conversation. He sucks. All right. So Von Miller, he need to go somewhere. Okay. Moving right along here. Matt Milano, go to him. Shout out to Matt Milano. I appreciate him coming back. It's just not there. We're trying to win a Super Bowl. Matt Milano is literally holding us back with his arm. The worst arm at that. Right? Like he's just playing bad. He's slow. He's slowing down everybody else. If you notice, if you watch our defense, they're talking to him and he doesn't understand coverages. He's really not that middle line. I'm telling you, I've seen it and I'm hearing things. You can say what you want to say. I'm hearing that he doesn't know the plays. Like he's a problem. All right, y'all laugh. Like he doesn't know where he's supposed to be at. It's multiple occasions where DeMar Hamlin had to physically move him to a certain place. You just got to watch it. I watched all 22. But anyways, moving right along here. And I've been saying Douglas has been awful for a while now. I don't know if it's a Kyer Elam switch that we should do, but Douglas got one more bad game. I'm just being honest. He got one more bad game. He needs to go. All right, and then
how many bad games have he had?
He had at least, I think, 4. I've been counting. He had 4 bad games.
Oh God! This is my first time you ever hear you say. This is my first time hearing.
No, I know that's not true. On this podcast,
you never said
Douglas had been bad.
Russell Douglas ever this whole year. You haven't said his name.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. That's not true.
That's not true. God!
Moving right along here.
Said his name
moving right along here. I thought special teams. That punt was awful. Right? It was just bad. Like it's just unacceptable. And also too, we talked about this. I know everybody in the comments now. We talked about Sean McDermott. I think we really need to look at him. I like Sean McDermott. I really do as a person. I think he's a nice guy, right? But at the same time, the question keeps coming up, is he that person to take us over the hump? And it's just like, it just seems like he doesn't know what to do in these situations. Like everybody knew not to run the ball in this situation, right? Like everybody knew that. Like, it's just like, if you play Madden, you know, right? Like if you do anything, like my son understood not to run the ball. Like he knew that, but he did it anyway. That's a problem. Like that is a legitimate problem. We can't have that in the playoffs. That's how you lose games. You know what I'm saying? So like he like Sean McVay coach rings around him. And it's just very unfortunate that we have to go up against this. Like, yes, I'm so glad Josh Allen had that game, had the MVP moment. But I asked this in the beginning of the year, and I'm going to ask everybody in the comments. And Nick, yes, Sean McDermott is the head coach. So if you win, you get the praise. If you lose, you get the blame. He was responsible for that call. And if he wasn't, he need to get fired for that, for not being responsible. If you allow your offensive coordinator to be responsible for a call like that, then you really need to be fired. Let me ask y'all this. I want to ask every Bills fan out there this question because I asked this in the beginning of the year. Would you rather have us go to the Super Bowl and have a chance of winning, or Josh Allen winning an MVP? And I'm going to ask that question to Matt. Matt.
You think I'm going to answer Josh winning the MVP
I don't know
over us going to the Super Bowl?
I'm answering.
Yeah, I mean, I think he should have already won a couple MVPs and us not go to the Super Bowl. So I'm taking Super Bowl, all day.
Right.
The easy one.
Both.
Would you rather? That's the question.
I mean, when the girls used to play that game in the back, I never, went along with that. You know what I'm saying?
No, did he?
I had to do what I had to do.
So you're not gonna answer?
Both of them.
Okay.
Both. BOF. Shout out to Shady. Shout out to
it's that attitude that doesn't allow us to win, y'all. But, that's
my
fine.
attitude.
That's fine. Yes, it's that attitude right there.
I think we got a real chance at both this year.
No, Josh Allen is winning the MVP,
and I think we got a real chance at Super Bowl too.
Okay, moving right along here.
Do we not?
Let's
talk
talk about it.
That's all. All right, talk. I want to hear you.
We're gonna talk about it.
All right.
Because we're about to play. Some would say in most of the power rankings, Detroit is the number one team, right? Detroit is the number one team. That's what they say. They're saying that Detroit's number one team at 12-1, right? And we're getting ready to play them 4:30 game in Detroit. And
game of the week.
I'm gonna go to Matt first. Matt. What is the keys to success for this particular game for you? Like, what do we need to do in order for us to win? We saw us in a shootout. Obviously, we lost that game. So Detroit has a high-powered offense. They have weapons. So in your estimation, what are the keys for success for this game?
Yeah, I think the keys for success are going to be the same. Obviously, getting those guys off the field. But, I don't think that our defense is set up for that. I know we had a comment earlier. We had, we do a 4-man rush with no outside pressure. And then we play, like a soft zone, a bend but don't break type of defense, right? So I think we really got to see the bend but don't break this week because we've seen the Lions all year long. Their offense has been able to, move it pretty effectively with that Sonic and Knuckles 1-2 punch. And then they do have some guys that are really good receivers out there. Jared Goff is playing pretty well on the other side as well. So I think it's more of a containment on defense. They're going to get their yards. They're going to get whatever they're going to get, but threes instead of sevens. And I think our offense is going to be able to do whatever they want to do, just like they did in LA last week.
Right.
Oh yeah, it's simple. I know a lot of people talk about the defense, but I mean, it is what it is. The 2000 Ravens defense, those type of defense is over. You're not going to limit teams. Obviously, you don't want to give up 40, but if you have to give up 30, your offense got to score 32, 31. So I want, for me, is be great on third down, be great on fourth down. Do not punt the ball. Do not kick field goals. Period. If we kicking field goals, if we punting the ball, we will lose this game. Because we know one side is not. We know one side is not punting the ball and they're not kicking field goals. It's clear as day. Every game he does that. Campbell does not play like that. He wants to win. He play to win. High risk football. And if we want to play in that big boy type of, McDermott has to understand. McDermott, Brady, and Josh Allen has to be on figure it out. We cannot punt the ball this game. Period. No, we're not trotting out Bass either. Touchdowns or bust. And that mentality going into the playoffs, this is a playoff game for me. This is a playoff game. We should have this playoff and for the rest of the season. Touchdown or bust mentality. Go for a fourth time, score. Go for a fourth down, score touchdowns. Period. If we're not doing that, then we just not playing with the big boys. That's how Detroit playing right now.
Pretty much.
For me, I'm gonna move on. I'm not. I'm
What?
not. I'm move on. I don't want to get. I don't want to get crazy. I don't want to get
What do you
crazy.
mean?
I don't want to get crazy. Because I think the keys for success is for us to just lose. I don't think we're gonna win this game. I don't think that we're good enough. I think that our defense sucks. I think that the two running backs for the Detroit Lions probably going to have close to 300 yards all purpose together. And hopefully it's Gibbs. That's just how I feel about it. But
they haven't been playing like flawless football or something.
I just think that we suck. We can't stop the run. Like that's just the facts.
I mean, we haven't stopped the run all year. That's
my point. So I think that we suck. We can't stop the run. I think we can't get to the quarterback. So Jared Goff is going to have a flawless game. Our defensive line sucks. Well, our defensive line sucks. We don't blitz.
We use blitzing. We start blitzing. What are you talking about, bro?
I'm just saying. I'm just being honest, y'all. Like from what I'm seeing, it's from what I'm seeing. I love Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen is a warrior. I think he can play with the best of them. But I think that maybe we are getting to a point where the coach is holding him back. Right. That Sean McDermott is holding him back, and he's causing us not to win Super Bowls with one of the best quarterbacks of our generation. But that's just me. With that being said, we can move right along. We don't have to stay on it. So let's do this because I want to hear y'all predictions. I do want to hear y'all predictions. But Matt, let's talk about the contest real quick. So let the people know who won the contest and how they can enter into the contest.
Yeah. So last week, nobody had the correct score. But we did have somebody that was pretty close to Josh Allen's passing yards. He finished with 342 passing yards. Rodney Randolph was our winner this week. So shout out to you.
You said Rodney?
Rodney Randolph, yep.
Shout out to Rodney, man.
Yes, sir. So, you won a $20 gift card to Art of Glass Smoke Shop. Shout out to you guys, man. Shout out to the winner this week. This week
Stogie on us, man.
Yep, we're gonna run the contest again this week. How to enter? You're going to follow us in Art of Glass on any one of our social media platforms, preferably all of them. Then we got you're gonna predict the score for the Buffalo Bills against the Detroit Lions. Then you are going to, as a tiebreaker, predict Josh Allen's passing yards, and then as a secondary tiebreaker, you're going to do James Cook's rushing yards. So you're going to enter those submissions by 4:00 on Sunday, and good luck and go Bills. The winner of that contest gets a $20 gift certificate from our presenting sponsor, Art of Glass Smoke Shop.
Yes, sir. Preach, they want you off, bro.
That's fine. Listen. I'm a legit Bills fan though, and that's the crazy part about it. Like I love the Bills. I root for the Bills. But I like to be real about it, and nobody else wants to be real, and that's fine. Like I don't think that being a fan means that I'm gonna say that the Bills are gonna win every game. I think that that's insane. Period. Point blank. And if you're a parent that do that to your children, you need to look at yourself in the mirror. But anyways, Matt, what's your score prediction, man?
Yeah, I think we are going to score some points this week. I'm interested to see how McDermott plays this one on the defensive side. What type of adjustments him and Babich make to try to contain this offense. I said it on the radio on Saturday. I'm really happy that we did play an offense like LA this week because we really saw what a team with those type of weapons looked like. So they got a good taste of it, and I think they're going to be able to get that get that out of their system and play a little bit better. So final score prediction in Detroit on Sunday: Buffalo Bills 38, Detroit Lions 31.
Right.
This is gonna be. I think it's gonna be a little closer. I don't know if both teams get in the 30s this game. I think, this is gonna be a good game. This is gonna be a high. I think this is gonna be a high leverage game. I say 27-26 Bills. 27-26 Bills.
I like it.
26. Oh my God. Unfortunately, I appreciate all y'all. I got Detroit 37, Buffalo 24. Listen, I hope I'm wrong.
No, we're not close. You don't think we even competing with this team?
Not right
That's
now.
wild. That's wild.
Not right now. Not right now.
We just put up 42
on a bad team at that. we put 40 on a 500 team. Like, listen.
Yeah, they weren't healthy all year though. They just came back right.
Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all.
They a better team than they record for sure.
Shout out to y'all. Shout out to
great
y'all,
coach.
man. I hope I'm wrong. I want the Bills to win. I do not want the Bills to lose. I want the Bills to win.
37-24 is wild.
But I'm just being honest though. I'm being honest, and nobody wants to be honest today. And that's fine. That's fine. So shout out to all y'all. Shout out to everybody out there. We appreciate y'all in the comments. And listen, if y'all don't give y'all score predictions, I don't want to hear it because I'm being honest. I want to hear y'all score predictions. I'm getting a lot of ridicule now. I'm getting a lot of texts saying I'm a clown. Like it's crazy. It's honestly crazy.
Your phone?
It's insane.
They text you to your phone. You're a clown. That's wild.
But we'll see. Thank you, Nick.
I like the comment though.
Hold on.
What do you say?
Their strength is our weakness. That's a bad recipe. I mean, like it, and it's like I'm just speaking gibberish. They can run the ball. They have weapons. What are we talking about?
Yeah, so that's why I said we it's a bend but don't break scenario, right? We could
what's their weakness?
We could stop the run 10 yards in. We could stop the run 10 yards in.
We kept breaking against a 500 team, bro.
We kept breaking because they were winning the one-on-one battles. They were winning.
That 500 team they're better than a 500 team, Sam. They fully healthy. They back right.
That's on you.
What are you talking about? They at home.
Say that
at home, and we lost by 2 points. Like, what are you talking about,
bro? We had to come back from a deficit, bro. We were out of
and that's the other part of it too. I think the real comment to highlight is we gotta turn on top of getting stops. We have to turn the ball over. The real difference in the game last week was the block punt that turned into a touchdown. Right, that's a turnover.
6 points.
That's a bonus scenario that we didn't have. Right, so I think that's a real key in the game too. That we got to turn Goff over.
Okay, I mean, yeah, of course. I would love to turn Goff over, but our defensive line sucks. So, I mean, it's like, and they got one of the best offensive lines in football. Like, when you going to think, like, Groot was going to do something against Penei Sewell? Like, what are we talking about? He said he's going to go that way. Like, that's what's going to happen.
But they going to stop us, you saying?
Oh, my God.
That's what I'm saying. Is they going to stop us? Like, what makes you think they're going to stop us? Who on their defense?
Self-check.
Yeah.
Listen, shout out to everybody, man. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, okay.
I appreciate y'all. Definitely enter into the contest. Shout out to Art of Glass. Art of Glass. I'm looking. This is crazy. They're killing me. But shout out to Art of Glass. We definitely appreciate the collab. Shout out to Buffalo fan base. Like, share, rate, and review. Listen, I'm honest and I'm a straight shooter. So please be on the pod next Tuesday at 7:00, and we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk
be on the pod next Tuesday at 7:00. We're gonna talk about. I want the Bills to win. I just want everybody else to know that. But listen, y'all know how we end every show with a little bit of that. Hey.
Only Buffalo is gonna win it, folks.
Kick your heels up and down.
Let's see why the Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now.